My husband and I generally on Tuesday nights go to a Mexican restaurant in town.
It was a typical Tuesday date night until Louise Fugger's husband's heart stopped working.
The chips and salsa were there. He licked off the salsa spoon, but before he got it down to the table, he just slumped against the wall.
Matt Stirk was just leaving.
We were walking out the front door. I heard somebody yell, help, call 911. And so my wife and I kind of looked at each other, and she was like, honey, go. And we were okay. I handed her my leftovers, and I kind of walked over there, and I remember people kind of looking up, like they needed help.
And he was the one that looked at someone right in the eyes and said, you, call 911.
There was a lady there who was helping check his pulse. I kind of made that determination myself. I think he just needs compressions. So I was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna do this, And so I started doing chest compressions, find my spot and give, 30 compressions, and stopped and checked his pulse. And the gal was there checking his pulse too. And there was nothing. I said, I get kind of dramatic. I was like, all right, we're going again. And 30 more chest compressions, and we tried it again. And I remember this gal had moved to the other side of him, but was kind of holding his wrist, checking his pulse. And I looked up at her, and she was like, no. And I remember it vividly. He was turning a gray, like a deep, dark, like gray color. And I said, hey, we are going again.
He kept going, he kept going, he kept going.
I just started doing straight compressions and did probably 200 more compressions, 260 total in like this 5, 6, 7 minute span. Eventually I heard the sirens, which was the best sound I've ever heard in my life. Help's on the way.
Immediately started IVs, cut his clothes off of him and shocked him, which totally reset his heart.
Because Matt kept doing compressions for 6 minutes, Dennis survived.
The training that he had saved my life. The willingness of him to step out there and use that training at that moment in time, in that stressful situation, I'm sure, saved my life.
Matt got his CPR training through work at the Snohomish County PUD.
He lived because I kept his heart pumping with those compressions,
He's now kind of a CPR evangelist, stopping by classes to urge his coworkers to pay attention. You never know when someone might need a hero.
I can never say thank you enough. I can never repay him for that. It was just out of the goodness of his heart and his courage to step up and use what he needed to do, and his knowledge to allow me to be here today.